Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new around here, my name is Divyanka and I'm a doctor of pharmacy here in the US. On this channel, I strive to provide both you and I with resources to help live our best and most productive life. Today's video will answer the question, what is a CRO? Now, for those of you guys who have been watching my videos, you guys know that I've mentioned a CRO because I actually work at one. And a lot of people don't really know what a CRO is, let alone know about roles within a CRO that could potentially fit you. So we're going to talk about just that today. CRO stands for Clinical Research Organization. So of course, from that name, you can allude that some kind of clinical research happens in these organizations, but what does that actually mean? What does a CRO provide? What is it for? So a CRO is actually a service organization that provides support to pharmaceutical and biotech companies. These services are usually given in the form of some kind of outsourced pharmaceutical research services. These can be for both drugs and medical devices. CROs as a company type honestly can vary so much. CROs can honestly range from being extremely large, international, full service providing organizations to being extremely small, specified organizations. A lot of CROs actually are on the smaller side of things because usually they're a small niche provider and they're experts in what they provide. That way they can actually service their clients in a more direct and full experience type of way for any new drug or device. So basically, CROs are organizations that are hired as a contractor by groups within pharmaceutical companies to basically take over that work. So usually CROs actually take over clinical trials. These CROs are usually specified, and again, they have those lasting relationships because they specialize in a small niche and kind of have it all figured out. So as a pharma company, if a CRO is specialized in running clinical trials in the disease state that I'm working in, then it only makes sense to go ahead and pay that provider, that CRO, to do all of the work needed for those clinical trials because again, they specialize in it, they know what they're doing, and they have all the resources. So this is known as clinical outsourcing. So clinical outsourcing happens when one company decides to hire another company that's made up of researchers, experts, subject matter experts specifically, to then conduct these complex clinical trials or medical research. Again, the company that hires the CRO does not have the in-house ability to do that stuff. So this easily allows a pharma or biotech company that may not have the resources to either conduct their clinical trials, get regulatory documents submitted, get access to top-notch medical testing, etc. Overall, this actually helps to reduce the cost of research and development of drugs and devices. Again, it only makes sense to actually do the outsourcing because it's actually going to cost you less as a pharma company compared to the alternative of actually hiring all of that personnel to come in-house, making sure you can do all of the testing, all the clinical trials, everything in-house. Again, that's super, super expensive. So it actually makes more sense as a pharma company to then go and outsource the work to a CRO. Overall, there are many, many benefits of outsourcing. These benefits are saving time, being cost efficient, being able to have access to advanced technological needs such as, again, medical testing, equipment, whatever else you might need that you might not have access to, again, as a pharma company. And the last benefit is that there are always evolving changes in terms of regulatory requirements for drug and devices. If you can hire a CRO that's an expert in that, again, that only helps you. Now let's dive into what a CRO can do. A lot of different roles can come within a CRO, and again, each CRO is extremely different from any other. So of these services that I'm about to share, each CRO might not actually provide all of them, but these are some examples of what a CRO could provide to a pharma or biotech company. The first is project management. Under project management, you're really going to help the company with their procedures and their logistical needs. Again, this can be for scheduling, this can be for project management overall. A lot of things can kind of come into this bucket. As you can imagine, project management is super, super helpful and important. Under project management, you can also help companies kind of reallocate costs depending on what services they need. So you can always kind of have a running tally of where the money is going and if you might need to redistribute that in some way. The next service a CRO can provide is data management. Here, a CRO can really help with database design, data entry and validation, any database maintenance or archival business, and taking care of any security procedures a company might need in terms of data management. The next and probably one of the biggest chunks of services a CRO can provide is, of course, clinical study management. Some aspects that can come under clinical study management are site recruitments for studies, patient recruitment for studies, study monitoring, and study management. Now, under clinical study management would be your teams of clinical operations, clinical strategy, etc. The next service a CRO can provide is research compliance. So any audits or FDA inspections that happen, again, you can have a CRO kind of take care of that for you as a pharma company. The next service is research education. So this is any education that, again, kind of revolves that clinical study management or any service that you might be providing. So this could be in the form of SOPs, also known as standard operating procedures, and specifically clinical SOP development. And then these can be, of course, any other educational things like GCP seminars, webinars on updated guidelines, any education that's going to help your client work with you and your patients and the science better. The next service a CRO can provide is medicine and disease coding. Now, this is really necessary. There's a whole system of how to code meds and diseases. And again, that needs to be matched basically with every patient or kind of every incident that happens, every document, all of those things. So getting that coding in place is what a CRO can help you with. The next service a CRO can help you with is product development planning. So within this, a CRO can help with market research, assessing the market and seeing where the client really fits into that, helping with strategic planning and consults for that, and kind of helping with any place in the process of planning and development that that client and company might need. Other services a CRO can help provide are help with product commercialization, so whatever it takes to get that drug to market, safety and efficacy summaries as needed, quality reporting, biostatistics, super important, study statistical analysis reports, final study reports, and of course, medical writing. You really need medical writing in there to really take care of all the documentation that comes from all of those studies, reports, submissions, all of that. So overall, CROs can really provide a lot of services to pharma companies, again, depending on their size, specialty, niche. So overall, of course, the CRO can really provide a lot of services and be a lot of help to pharma and biotech companies. Again, really depending on their therapeutic area, their niche, the services they provide, and all of those details. Every CRO looks different, and it depends on kind of that scope of work and what the client needs in terms of the actual services provided. But CROs are extremely helpful in pharma and to pharma companies. And so it's really good to at least know about what a CRO is. I hope this video kind of gave you more insight into what a CRO is, how it fits into that big picture of pharma, and why CROs even exist. There are many career options within CROs for anyone in healthcare, so I wanted to share this information so you guys know what a CRO is, and then of course can look more deeply into it to really learn more. As always, I hope this video was helpful for you guys. If you guys have any kind of follow-up questions, which I'm sure you do, feel free to reach out via email or leave it in the comments below, and I'll be sure to answer your question. Thank you guys, as always, for watching. If you guys found this video helpful, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. That is it for today's video, and you guys will, of course, see me in the next one.